With the lifting of the review embargo, Mr. Black Elden Ring, finally a thing. People are downloading it today. The game is out.
It's out in 2 hours.
It's out in 2 hours.
Yeah.
People are preloading it then right now.
Yeah, like it's out in an hour and 20. There's, some streamers that got like early access,
Yes.
milking this shit, but yeah.
Of course. But yes, with the review embargo lifted yesterday, it is tracking to be one of the most highly rated, from a critic perspective, games of all time. For a window of time yesterday on OpenCritic, it was the highest rated game of all time after 90 reviews had filed in. Now that 115 reviews are on file, it is averaging 96 on Metacritic. And just for the PS5 version specifically on Metacritic, because Metacritic splits it out into different platforms, after 50 reviews on the PS5 version of Metacritic, it's a 97. That's fucking huge. Like, normally, if it's like a relatively early review, people had it for about a week and change, I think. And so people have been saying, hey, I've had this game, I haven't been able to beat it in its entirety. And most reviewers are saying, 30, 40 hours is about where they landed because they're human beings and need to sleep. So they got that far. I saw one YouTuber that clearly was drinking Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Zoa energy drink 24 hours a day and cranked out 81 hours before the review. Whoever that is, they're probably under the age of 25 and haven't slept, eaten, and maybe even taken a shit since they got their early review copy. But all the same, most people seem to be clocking between 30 and 40. A couple of outliers in the 40 to 50. That's a lot of time to be playing a game like this. It's an open world title. I'm sure most of these reviews are accurate enough. It's not my favorite thing when I see people review a game without actually finishing it. I don't mean 100% completion, but you know what I mean, getting through to the end of the game. But all the same, that's huge review numbers. Puts it up there with stuff like Breath of the Wild, GTA 4, Super Mario Galaxy, which were some of the highest rated ones that are in the list right now of all time. Of course, there are some ones you go backwards in time before there was a lot of publishers giving reviews or publications giving reviews. There could be some others as well. But yeah, like a Halo or Ocarina of Time, things of that nature. There's very highly rated games. But yeah, there you go. So unless after the 40-hour mark, this game just fucking falls off a cliff, Elden Ring is probably game of the year. Locked up, and it's only February. Now, February was a heavy hitter. I mean, we had a lot of big games, and I have to say, I feel sorry for Guerrilla Games over there with Horizon Forbidden West because they're getting fucked again. They chose the wrong release window the second time. They got dicked by Breath of the Wild, and now they're getting dicked by Elden Ring. They need to figure out a better release window. But in fairness to them, who would have thought that they were going to get fucked on in February? It's not exactly the primo fucking release window for a video game. So, I feel bad for him. It's still going to sell well, and ironically, Forbidden West will probably sell more copies than Elden Ring, but all the same, it's still, that takes the thunder right out. For the longest time on social media, it was all about Horizon, and then it's like, hey, Elden Ring is here. The fuck is Horizon? And now everyone's just talking about Elden Ring. Is this, I think you mentioned in the past, you said you might actually consider streaming Elden Ring. Are you still thinking about doing that, especially now that it's doing well?
I'll be playing it tomorrow. I already bought it.
Oh, shit! So are you can you preload it right now? Like, are you preloading it at the moment?
I didn't preload it. It comes out in another hour?
Few hours?
Couple
15
hours? Minutes.
Yeah, okay, so 6 o'clock our time.
I'll probably load it tonight and then I'll play it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking great. I'm sad that I won't be able to play it for a good chunk of time. Obviously I've got too much on my hands to be able to play it, but it will definitely be one of the games that when I do sit down and I'm ready to game again, I'm putting in my dedicated hours. I mean, that's an easy choice, right? I've got so much game. It's just between that and Forbidden West, I could lock my ass in a chair for like 3 fucking months just between those two games. And they both occupy that same genre where it's very easy to just sit down and play it for a long period of time. So, yeah, a little bit excited for that. Do I think it's really a 96? I think it's a 96 for people who are already really big fans of Dark Souls, which is why I'll be interested to see how many YouTube reviewers and stuff that aren't already invested in the Dark Souls universe picking it up. The people that don't have previous muscle memory of playing Dark Souls games from the past and experiencing that game from scratch. As the series has existed longer and longer, obviously more and more reviewers that have been doing Dark Souls are doing Elden Ring, have this previous experience, they're fans of the franchise, and that's going to skew your shit. It's a bit of a niche situation because those games are so hard on average. Like if you sit down the average gamer and have them say, hey, go ahead and try and beat Dark Souls. So people are throwing that controller across the room 35 minutes in, if they make it that far. So, you know, I want to see more reviews or more opinions, especially since it's an open world game now, from people that haven't already invested so much time in the Dark Souls, franchise in the past. How many of those games have you played previously? I can't remember how many of them you did. You did all of them? You did Bloodborne and all that shit?
Beat them all.
Oh, there you go. So you're going in ready for battle. You're ready to go.
I'm ready. Well, I didn't. Fuck. Okay, there we go.
Yep, we're good.
I didn't beat Demon Souls, so like I've never played Demon Souls.
Yeah, no, neither did I.
Everything else I've played.
Yeah. I'm definitely. On one hand, I'm excited. On the other hand, I love Dark Souls, but I'd be lying if I said those games don't stress me out, because they totally, the fucking stress is real in those games. And so, like, I want to play it, but I also don't want to be fucking stressed out of my tree the whole time. But I will definitely be giving that a look-see. But there you go. So far, one of the highest rated games of all time.